Hey everybody, I'm doing a makeup tutorial. This is the Fasali Skintune Blur. I got this at Sephora. I really love it because it covers all of my pores. And at first it's kind of sticky, but once it dries, it makes your skin extremely soft. And it also helps your foundation stay on throughout the day, and I love that. Next, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Duty Foundation. I love this foundation. It matches my skin tone so perfectly, and it doesn't dry out my skin either. It is honestly one of my favorite foundations that I've ever bought. Also, if anyone noticed, I am using the new Jeffree Star brushes that he collabed with Morphe. I'm using the foundation brush. I believe it's JS2. I am already in love with these brushes, and throughout this video I will be using almost all of them. Honestly, now that I think about it, it might be JS1. I have no idea. Now I'm just kind of patting out my foundation, kind of making it give that airbrush look. I love making my foundation look natural, but still having it full coverage. I have a lot of redness and I feel like my pores are really big, so I want to make sure when I put my makeup on that I'm covering all of that. This is the Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Concealer from Tarte. I love this concealer. I had the foundation that was the same formula as this, but I did not love it. But I love this concealer. It's very smooth and it definitely brightens up my skin and hides those bags. You just got to make sure that you blend out your concealer really well, just to blend it in with your foundation, but it still gives you that kind of highlight and lifted look. So this is the Makeup Revolution baking powder. This is actually the first baking powder I've ever used. I honestly just started incorporating this into my makeup routine, but I really love it. It really sets that concealer so good, and I don't even know if you can tell I really have it on because I still like that very natural kind of glow. I really don't like that harsh makeup. I really just like it to look natural, and you know. I am so sorry. I don't know why I keep making all these weird faces. This is the first time I've ever really recorded myself putting my makeup on, so I guess I'm more aware of the camera, even though I don't know if I even should be. Now I'm just kind of wiping the baking powder into my skin. I am using the new Jeffree Star brush. It is so soft, but you know, I mean, you can't leave that stuff on your face forever. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I absolutely love this kit. I've been using it for about 3 or 4 years now. It is the powder kit, and I'm using the JS4 brush to contour with. So I grabbed a bigger brush, and this is just a Wet n Wild brush I think I got from CVS. And I like to contour my neck using the same Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I think it's important that you just kind of contour your face however you feel comfortable. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. Everybody has different shaped faces, everybody has insecurities. I think whatever you contour, however you do it, just do it however you like. So this is the Milani Bronzer. I kind of like to add this. It's got some shimmer in it. It gives you a little glow, and it also kind of goes really well with the Anastasia kit because that kit blends with everything so good, and so I like to just make sure that it also is blending in with my skin tone. So I have no idea what this Morphe palette is called. It just has 3 blushes in it, and it's so great. Honestly, I love Morphe. So this is just Covergirl, a brow pencil. I like to, it has a spoolie on the end of it, and I like to wet the spoolie with the setting spray just to kind of wetten it so that my brows can kind of go where I want them to go. And then I just pretty much draw them in. I'm not one of those people that likes to draw them and then contour underneath them, put concealer and make them all fancy. I prefer my eyebrows to be a little thinner, which is so 2000s, but like whatever. And especially for me and my face shape, I just like them kind of more natural looking. So this is the Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer. I have literally been using this since I started playing with makeup when I was 15, so like almost 8 years ago. I will never change eyeshadow primers ever, I don't think, unless they change the formula or something. Unless they already have and I just don't know about it. But I love this primer. So for this eyeshadow look, I'm gonna be inspired by Jeffree Star's new brushes, the pink. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I am the biggest stan of Urban Decay's palettes. I got the first palette when I was 15 or 16, and then I got the second. Now I have the smoky and the cherry, and I love them. So this kind of base color I'm using is called Feels. It's a really pretty color. It's very like natural, and I'm just using the brush that came in the Naked Cherry palette. So here I'm making that crease darker with the color called Bing. It's kind of like Feels, but it's just that more darker pigmented pink. To be completely honest, I never wear pinks or anything like that. I mean, I love this palette, but I always go with like browns and stuff. So now in the outer corner, I'm using the color Devilish, and it's right next to Bing in the palette. It's darker, it's so pretty. It's more kind of got a maroonish pink to it, if that even makes sense. Also, I am using the Jeffree Star brushes still. Okay, so I'm using my setting spray now because I'm going to use a metallic. The color I'm going to put on first is Bang Bang. It's almost the same color as Feels, but metallic, and it is so freaking pretty. It's like a baby pink with shimmer, and honestly, I like wetting the brush because it makes that metallic just show up so much better than if you just use the brush dry. And I do use the brush dry a lot of the times, but since I kind of wanted to go all out today, I just decided to make it pop as much as possible. So now I'm using Young Love. It's also a metallic. I'm using it kind of in the middle of my eye. It is the same color as Devilish in that outer corner, but a shimmer. And obviously I did wet the brush again, and I want to make sure that I blend those out really good. Now I'm just kind of adding that Devilish back into the corners again, just to kind of make sure it's prominent and make sure that they're blending good. So now I'm just going to take that Urban Decay brush that I had been using and just put that Devilish color on the outer corner, kind of sweep it upwards. So this is a BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlight Palette. This is the first BH palette I've ever had, and honestly I haven't heard great things, but I love this palette. The highlights are so incredible, and they have this pink highlight, and I'm putting it on the inner corner kind of to make my eyes get that pop. The color it gives is like this totally spacey, like futuristic, pinky purple, and I am living for it. I'm also going to take another pink from that same palette and kind of put it underneath my eyes just to give it some more highlight and some more shine, since I don't do that fancy eyebrow cutout stuff. This is actually my first time using this. It's a L'Oreal Eye Mascara Primer. So it's white, and this is the first time I've ever used it. I don't hate it, and I'm not in love with it though. So I'm still using that same highlighter from the BH Cosmetics palette. They have a white on here, and it is so freaking pretty. I love it so much, and it really gives that beautiful highlight that I just live for. I also think I was incorporating some of that same inner eye highlight. Whoa, look at that highlight. Oh my god. It's not the same on that side, but fuck. So I totally started jumping around because I just forgot what I was doing. Right now I'm using a ColorPop Lippie stick. I could not tell you the shade, but it matches my eyeshadow so well, like it couldn't have been any more perfect. Here is the Makeup Revolution Sport Setting Spray. I love this. It makes my makeup just stay on so good. So now I'm just going to put the last thing on, my mascara. This is the Tarte Better Than Sex mascara. I actually got it in my BoxyCharm this month. Also, I'm totally not doing fake lashes or anything like that. I can't do them and I need help, please. And that is the final look. Everybody, please let me know what you think. Thank you for watching if you made it to the end. Love you.